My name is Dani Wallace and I am the Queen Bee. I grew up on the council estates of Preston and I was furious when I found out that the Queen was born the Queen. So I set about creating the I am the Queen Bee movement to help more people show up for wiser horizon and reclaim their birthright to success. There's this quote that goes, aerodynamically bees should not be able to fly, their little wings shouldn't get their fat little bodies off the ground, and bees don't care what humans think is impossible, bees fly anyway. And so I wanted to create a space and community where we could do what bees do when they're building something new and festoon and link arms and help each other.
I need to get to know this woman. I need it in my life.
Who is this woman? I need a piece of that.
As a survivor of domestic abuse and homelessness and clawing my way back up from rock bottom, I wanted to be able to put my hand behind me and say, come with me, you don't have to struggle.
I had a dream of something that I wanted to do, and Dani, she got me there.
You're just me!
How the bloody hell did I get here?
Often as business owners, we hide behind our businesses. But as the saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not speaking about your business, who's gonna know about it? If you're not speaking about your mission and how you can help people, how are you gonna help the people you wanna help?
I just made a wish come true.
A speaking coach is somebody who's gonna be the hands at your back.
Well, Dani made a wish come true. She helped me get there.
I'm buzzing.
It's life-changing.
What an amazing journey.
Oh my goodness me, I loved it! Oh, I loved it.
We actively encourage people to be themselves because that's the most magnetic thing about you. What people gain when they participate and be inspired is that spark of belief in themselves that creates a furnace, that creates a bonfire, that creates an inferno.
Wow, wow, wow.
It has been nothing short of life-changing.
It doesn't stop there. Community creates bonds and friendships that are absolutely forged for life. It really does become so much more than speaking.
How you feeling?
It felt like I'd picked up to this really enormous thing.
That was awesome.
Epic, phenomenal. It was a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Exhilarating.
Went fast.
It felt amazing.
Exhausted.
Thinking at all about wanting to stand on a stage yourself or running a workshop, get in touch with Dani, you're not regret it.
You want somebody like that in your corner.
It was brilliant, the atmosphere was set, the stage was set, and it was smashing.
The Be Inspired Mastermind is for anybody who is ready to take the leap to the next step in their business. You can get in touch with me by following me across the socials at the Queen Bee Dani, or you can head on to my website where you can learn more about the incredible things that we do as part of IATQB. It's www.iamthequeenbee.co.uk. That's peace. I'm never going to get tired of watching it. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I keep watching it and I just think that's what we did. We did a thing and that thing was amazing. And then we went on to do another thing and this thing's been amazing. And I'm just sat here. I woke up this morning. I'm not going to lie to you lot of it a wall. I was like, oh, hello wall. I've been expecting you. It was hard to get out of bed this morning. Not because I didn't want to get up for you guys. Today, we have got a belter of a show. But I'm really feeling it this morning. So I'm quite glad that there's quite a bit of space of fluidity in my diary for the next 3 days and I've got the weekend off. Your girl needs it. I am not going to lie to you. I absolutely need it. And I bet, and I know for the most part, you guys aren't surprised. I know you're tipping me, tapping me on the shoulder. So Facebook user is saying, shit, am I supposed to be on? And I'm imagining that's Helen. So this morning, when I finished having a little bit of a chat with you this morning, and we finished the formalities of the beginning of the show, we've got Jo Swan, my wing woman for all things PR, from Chocolate PR, joining me with her famous five. We're going to be talking about Mental Health Awareness Week and the incredible things that they are doing this week. To raise awareness, to support, and to help you guys as well. So I'm going to talk to you this morning about how you can get involved in what they're doing. So who's on here this morning? First past the post, Jojo Smith. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. You beautiful bees. On Wednesdays, we wear pink and make quick decisions. I like it. Speaking of quick decisions, there are some quick decisions to be made. There is only one space left on Pro, and then Pro's gone. Be Inspired is done. It's a sealed deal. That is your lineup. They are amazing human beings. I cannot wait to bring them to you. Pro, we opened out a couple more spaces because you lot are crazy. You're like, I want to go Pro. I want to spend some time with you, Dani. I want your eyes on my talks. I was like, okay. We opened up some time in my diary. It's going to be a very busy few weeks as we do all of the incredible one-to-ones with these phenomenal pros, and there is just one space left. Then we are going to have to close the doors, and then the only thing left, but it's not just the only thing left. It is amazing. Are the doors to Standard on Be Heard? Obviously, the doors are open for as many of you as you like. I wonder if actually I might. This feels weird saying it. I might close the doors on the whole thing because we're building a community, and if that community gets too big, then it's going to be really hard to network within it. So I'm going to make the decision today. I think I made it yesterday. I think I've already made it. And that we're going to share another 4 spaces on Standard, and then we're going to close the doors. Not because I'm creating false scarcity or anything like that, but I really want every single person that's jumped in to get the best out of this power network. This is a power network. Like, look who's in the mastermind for start for 10. Naomi Watkins Ligazinska. We've got Abigail Horn, Sarah Turner from Little Bow Sheep, Kerry Ashby, Deep Badgewa, Stephanie Zickman, Nina Spencer, Lizzie Jackson Barrett, Claire Morton. We've got Jules Kelly, Sam Cattell. We've got Charlotte Carter, Charlotte Grand, Nikki Kinsella, Sky Barber. Joe Gilbert is on this morning. Good morning, Joe Gilbert, all the way from Lanzarote. We've got Joe McMeechy, Sarah Jane Lewis, and Alex Gay. We've also got Joanne Fisher is joining the lineup as well. And then over here on Pros, like, shout out to our pros. These are the quick decisions. There's one space left. Look, there's a little space here. Is this you? I don't know. We've got Tracy Murphy. Good morning, Trace. I see you here this morning. Sarah Jane Lewis. Yes, here she is. She's watching along today. Becky Plank, Steph Thorley, Gemma Orrell. We've got Shona Brandy, Felicity Pryke, Rachel Peru, Claire Ord. We've got Kylie. Bloody hell, you lot. We've got Kylie Carter, Joe Wilson. There's lots here. Karen Dawkins, Michelle Marriott. We've got Desiree Anderson, Florence Andrews, Mel Gizzy. And on Standard, we've got Mary Ryan, Amy Blaney, and Kerry Moores. Flipping heck. Who's going to take those last few spaces to join that power lineup? It's a little bit insane. It's going to be a little bit cool. It's going to be a bit exciting. The FOMO is real, and I didn't even want to create FOMO. I tried to create more space so that I would have to have conversations. I've not really had to have many conversations this week. You've all just jumped in. You crazy cats. Anyway, enough. I can't wait. Who says this? I can't wait to close the doors. I can't wait to just stop you all and just say, hang on a minute. I want to hold on to these people for the next. And then we're going to open the doors for anybody that is feeling like they're missing out a little bit. We will be opening the doors again at the beginning of October after Be Inspired. Now then, you might think that you've lost out altogether, but you haven't, because we're going to be starting ticket sales for Be Inspired. You can be in the room where it happens next Friday. So if you are ready and ready to go, you want to come in to that room with us and go and experience Be Inspired live for the first time. It'll be in over 18 months. You're going to want to get hold of your ticket. They will go on sale next Friday. Or you could choose to sit from the comfort of your own home just like this and experience it. For those that did this time, isn't another Zoom. It is a really, really exciting, really interactive way to spend your time and do your personal development. Right, enough. Because today we are talking about something that we don't shy away from on this show, that I certainly make no secret about my own personal battles with on this show. And this week is Mental Health Awareness Week, and it's quite pertinent. Now, this bevy of beauties have been doing some phenomenal work in the background and now in the foreground to raise awareness and also to provide something really, really cool for you watching at home. So without further ado, I am going to bring into the show, first of all, Jo Swan from Chocolate PR. Hello, Jo. Hello.
Good morning. Hi. How are you?
I'm all right.
It's a big question today, isn't it? How are you?
I'm okay.
Well, holding on. You're doing it.
I'm a bit tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit tired. Yeah, I think tired's the right word. Yeah, I got scared. I'll be honest with you. If we're talking about mental health, the funny thing is that if we look at a classic launch in inverted commas, often what happens is during court open, you're meant to have email sequences, you're meant to be doing outreach, you're meant to be doing all sorts of things. And I just feel a bit like John Travolta in. Have you seen that meme out of what's it called? Oh, what's John Travolta in with Mia Wallace? Yeah, no, not like this, like this.
Oh, okay.
He walks into a room and he's like,
what?
That's kind of how I feel this week. Like, I don't really know what's going on. So I haven't sent out loads of emails this week. I haven't done loads of outreach this week. I just feel a bit weird.
Is that?
I know, I feel like...
Because you've attracted it all in. And I know we've talked about this behind the scenes, but I just want to give you a shout out because you're feeling like this, because you're feeling overwhelmed at the amount of love that you've received and the amount of buzz and energy and excitement that people have got to come and work with you. And I can imagine that feels a little bit like, all right, like, but because of what you create, you create this energy and you create this vibe. And having stood on that stage twice now.
Twice, yeah.
Like, I absolutely adore every part of the emotion that goes with that. And there's just so many different emotions, isn't there? And I think
there is.
That's what people have really bought into. They've bought into being a part of that experience. It is an experience.
It is. It absolutely. Pulp Fiction. Yes, you guys. Thank you for helping me out with that. Yes, it was Pulp Fiction. He kind of walks in. He just goes. I feel a bit like that. But so in the creation of this, you have very much been my wing woman. You've been the Robin to my Batman in this particular situation. But really, it's sort of around all of the happenings, and we talk about happenings in my business. And I talk to anybody who's on my Be More program, anybody who's on sort of any of the extended business programs that I've got. We talk about creating happenings, and that's one of the things that you have really helped me sort of pull together. If we look, we were sisters in arms for the big festoon. We created that together, and even though I was sort of on the front of execution, you were there making everything happen around us. The work that we've done together has been phenomenal. And this year, I've had the privilege of working with you as you have been working with the ladies that we're about to bring onto the show this morning, your Famous Five. So Chocolate PR's Famous Five. Tell us a little bit more about the Famous Five before we bring them in, because they are some phenomenal human beings.
They are. So the Famous Five answered my call out last year to people who wanted to make an impact with their message. Right. So, we're all about taking people's businesses and making them stand for something, aren't we? So it's all about actually how do you make a bigger ripple effect with that message? Because most of us actually do have a purpose behind our business. So we're driven by passion and purpose. In our world particularly, I can't think of anybody that we know that is not driven by wanting to make an impact, wanting to make a difference, and really wanting to help people. And I think that's why I love this space. Yeah. So the Famous Five kind of came to us as people who were ready to leverage their message and to make it work harder and reach people in the world rather than just in our tiny little corner of the internet. So we've been working with them to try and find ways, reasons, excuses, opportunities for them to put their heads up, above the parapet a little bit and just go, actually, hi, this is what I do, this is what I stand for, and find them reasons to connect with other people, and to really sort of make a marker in the sand for what they stand for and what they want to change. So we've got a real variety across the five, but each one of them has really, really owned what their mission message is and what they want to do, from helping people understand how to love themselves first. So a lot of it is very much connected to mental health and mindset. Right. So, for example, talks about how to love yourself first. If you're going to want to go on a weight loss journey, if you want to try and actually of your well-being, then you're not going to have the success if you're not connected properly to yourself first.
Right.
So she's very much on a mission to change this whole diet culture and to change the way that people think about themselves very negatively often when you're not happy in your own body.
Yeah.
And to turn that into something that means so much more. So that's one example. And then on a completely different conversation, we've got the fabulous Diana.
Diana Spellman from Serenely Sorted.
Our little guardian angel also.
Oh, she's been integral for my mental health as part of the moving of like from old to new here with us. That I feel like I've just took over what you was going to say, but I'm in love with her because she's helped me. She's helped me in the busyness of life for me. Things go everywhere. Like it feels like that sometimes. Sometimes art imitates life. And when we moved in, Diana actually came into my new house with me, like as we were moving in, as part of that moving in process, and has set our house up for success. Has set everything up in our house so that I don't have to think about anything. It's amazing the way that she does.
And that you've got that serenity, so you actually have that space. Like I've been to your house on one of the lucky ones, and I can see that space is so set up for you being able to relax and unwind and have that freedom and that flow. And that's so important to our mental health. So, but the work that Diana's doing, you might not necessarily think, okay, well, that connects to mental health, but it so does so intimately. And this is the thing that I'm really excited about, what we've created here. So with the 5, we've created resources that are really vast and really varied and really different, looking at different elements of how everyone's services can help improve our mental health. And I just think it's dead interesting to come at it from a different perspective that you might not be expecting. So yeah, it's quite juicy.
All right, so I'm going to bring in the famous 5. We've got famous 4 here this morning. Do we know? Is Helen joining us? Or
she's supposed to be.
It's all right. She might be sitting having a brew because sometimes she watches the show. She might not realise that she's got to be on here with us. I know Louise was having a little panic. I'm going to bring in. Please welcome to those of you watching at home. The fantastic. The 5 humans are absolutely wonderful, real experts in their field. And the fact that they're doing something for Mental Health Awareness Week is just almost like perfectly aligned with all of their businesses. So please welcome the famous 5. Good morning, angels.
Good morning, good morning. I love seeing
What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute. I think we've got, I was just hearing if we've got a little bit of feedback, but it's all right. Don't worry. Way up. Where's Louise? Oh, that was like Louise is just tipping herself on the side there. Where's she off? So welcome, angels. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is an important conversation. And what I thought we could do, first of all, I would love to know, what is it that you ladies have created this week? Because it's something pretty special. I don't know who wants to talk. You guys can fight amongst yourselves, like who's there?
If I tell you overall what we've created and then everyone can tell you what their bits are, is that
perfect? Oh, we're such a team, Jo. You know how this works.
We've got this. So what we have created is a set of resources so that everybody can go in and have a little explore and work out what they could do, just one thing that they could do this week that could really contribute to their overall well-being. And we've created a set of resources that live on our website, one from each of the famous 5. And what we're asking for actually as well is that if people enjoy these resources, that there's a pay-as-you-feel opportunity to also donate to the Fly Anyway Foundation, because we also want to help people coming through that aren't in the places that we are in. You know, everyone here has been through some tough times. Everyone here has experienced some level of mental health challenges. Right. And putting forward our expertise and knowledge, we want to be able to help other people that are maybe not quite there yet as well. So that's a nice little chance. You get to feel like you're doing something good if you go and have a look at all this fabulous stuff. So
that is incredible. And thank you so much for allowing us to be your sort of charity of choice, I guess. For anybody that doesn't know, I have a foundation that I've created. You will be hearing a lot more about this in the next couple of weeks. So the Fly Anyway Foundation is a social enterprise that is set up to connect survivors of domestic abuse, but we don't talk about them being survivors or victims because they are neither in this space. They are business builders. So we will be connecting people who just happen to have survived domestic abuse, and this is completely genderless. So this is for men, this is for women, this is for trans people, members of the LGBTQ, gender fluid community. We will plug them in to business goods and services that they need, using the donations that you guys have made. So already we have a few £1,000s sat there ready to plug people in. So we will be welcoming in our business builders within the next month. So it's very, very exciting times for us. So anybody who is getting amongst this, anybody who is donating to this money will go directly within the next 4 weeks to help a business builder access things like web developers, PR, all of this sort of stuff in order to raise them up so we show up wise and provide up together. So that is what the Flying Away Foundation is. That's what you're helping. Louisa Herridge. Hello, sausage. So Louisa Herridge is fresh from the Be Inspired stage, fresh from the Be Inspired mastermind. She's part of the Famous Five. She's got a book coming out. You really need to watch this space with Louisa. There she is. Louisa, and she also takes the helm for the show sometimes. So one of the beautiful things about coming through Be Inspired is that you kind of get to co-host or take the helm if I'm not able. You nearly got a phone call this morning, Lou. I'm not going to lie to you. She hit a wall this morning, did Dani Wallace. So tell us more about what is in your section of this fabulous initiative.
I would love to. Good morning, Hive. Can I just say, though, I was just sat down with the brew going, "Ooh, Joe Swan's on the show today." And I actually commented, my two favourite people, my dream makers. And then I went, oh, shit, I was supposed to be on. And I did not look like this 10 minutes ago. I've just gone like this. Anyway, that's ever the professional. So my part is a short ebook called Are you in love with your life? Or are you living your best life? 5 ways to ignite your spark for life. And it's about what makes you happy, thinking about how happy you are in different areas of your life. So I've got a Cosmo More magazine style quiz. Do you remember back when we used to get the magazine?
I love them. Still, I love them.
Yeah, you love a quiz. So it's your ABCD, and you've got to make a note of your ABCD. So it's got the quiz first of all, and the idea is you answer it without too much thought, thinking about how you respond to how you're living your life. And it's not sort of like a mental health type, depression check. That's the type of thing. If you've gone through mental health, I've done these quizzes a million times because I've suffered with my mental health for about half my life, if I'm honest. Yeah. But it's got sort of elements in mind, but it's all gearing towards my time to ignite system. And within my system, it's all about living within your elements. So it's the energies within your body, your fire, your water, your air, which all connects with nature, which is what Mental Health Awareness Week this week is. It's connect with nature. So when you've done the quiz, it points you to which element you are connected with. And then in the second half of it, there is a free chapter from my new book, if I've not mentioned it, Time to Ignite.
Have you got a new book out, Louisa?
I've got a new book out.
Oh, you should have said.
Learned a lot from you, Dani Wallace.
Emily was like, but do you know what Emily said? She said, Mummy, Dani's got 2 books, so she's beating you.
Yeah, come on now.
Not for long.
I was going to say, don't judge somebody's chapter 9 by your chapter 3. You know what I mean? Speaking of books, you are racing through your chapters. I've got no doubt that these are the next big things that are coming from you. It's just watching your trajectory has been amazing the last 12 months, Lou.
And it really has been working with the likes of yourselves. Be Inspired. The people that have joined Be Inspired just do not know what's in store for them. So anyway, the section of the book is called Ignite Your Inner Fire. So it's mental health, ways that I have helped my own mental health over the years. So I won't give it away. You need to go and download it. But there's some practical tips and practical advice of how, if you're not living your best life within yourself, within your your own confidence, within your relationship, within your jobs, ways that you can begin to proactively change that.
Amazing, amazing. And Salwa, welcome back to the show, my darling. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am really good. Thank you so much. So tell us a little bit about your section of this phenomenal initiative this week.
Yes. Well, I'm really pleased to be a part of this. And actually, Dani, I'm actually coming at the other side of my wall. So I'm feeling a bit better today, but I've had a bit of a wobbler of a week. Cold, flu, and hit the wall.
Like, we're back.
Yeah, I am feeling better, thank you. So so I'm using this week as an opportunity as well to just be honest and open and let people know that I've had depression for about more than 16 years on and off. It's been something, and it's manageable most of the time, and also to try and get away from those stigmas that you can't be bubbly and you can't have it be successful and everything whilst managing that side of it as well. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to achieve this week. And then what I've been able to sort of contribute to this is I've got 9 steps to overcoming imposter syndrome.
Beautiful.
So, I'm sure a lot of us struggle with that one. So it's imposter syndrome and self-doubt. And there's 9 steps, and with each step that I go through, I did a lot of research around it as well. There's obviously my personal and my clients' experiences, and then there's a little action at the end of each one as well. So it's like a workable PDF that somebody can print off and hopefully help them along the way.
So helpful for so many of you that come across, feeling imposter syndrome, and we often have, like I say, joke and rest in peace, our beautiful Nikki Graham, talking about my own imposter syndrome and that whole who is she to be doing this. I think that's a little bit of what I felt. I'm going to go in and have a look, Salwa, because I think sometimes I need reminded. So thank you so much for creating that. Claire McKenzie, hello you.
Hi, Dani. Good to see you again. Thanks.
It's lovely to see you. No, thank you for coming on the show. I'm made up that you're here. Tell us about what you have contributed to this amazing initiative. Tell us.
So I am talking to everyone about the concept of loving yourself first. Yeah. I've created a sort of like a 10-minute sort of little talk. There's 2 primary concepts that I work with people in terms of loving themselves first. One is all about making yourself a priority in your life and putting yourself first ahead of like your work and your family, so that you can show up as the best person you want to be and give everybody the best of you and not what's left of you. And that's a quote from KTV. And the other part of it, because I work with people on weight loss, is all about the relationship that they have with themselves. And it's a really important part of the journey that people, if they're wanting to lose weight, this is for people who want to lose weight, they learn to love themselves exactly as they are first. And don't think that they can love and appreciate themselves more once they've lost the weight, because it doesn't work like that. So I've also created a workbook, and there's 3 parts to that. I think one part of it takes you through some questions, creating, sort of looking at your mindset and helping you see how you can have unconditional self-love for yourself. Another part of it is what I call the manual you have for yourself. So many of us have this sort of like unwritten rule book of how we think we need to be or to look or to show up in order to love and accept and appreciate ourselves. And we don't know that we have these unwritten rules. So it's about seeing everything that sort of is inside of our head that tells us how we think we have to be or we should do. It's all of these sort of like, things that we say about ourselves. It's about uncovering those, seeing that they are just thoughts, they're not facts. And so that you can recognize them and see that you can let them go and feel exactly the way that you want to without having to adhere to any of these unwritten rules about yourself. And I think the third part is all about sort of really looking at how you can appreciate yourself, and sort of like from the concept of what you appreciate appreciates. So the more you appreciate yourself, the easier it's going to show up as the person you want to be.
It's like a momentum snowball, isn't it?
All of those things. Yeah.
Amazing. Can I just say as well, Joe, and this will be a testament to working with you guys, you lot came on this show in January right at the very beginning of your journey. Hearing you talk now about the things that you do, the things that you've created, the things that you've written is just amazing. I want you guys to go back and have a look at that video, the show that we did back in January, and how so very different in just a space of a few short months of working with Jo, how beautifully you are delivering these messages. I just think it's incredible. Diana Spellman, my fairy godmother, one of them. I know, Jojo, don't get jealous.
She's in pink as well.
She is in pink. Hello, my angel.
It's been a bit Houdini today because my connection is not brilliant, so hopefully it'll last us through. But yeah, I've worked with Dani, and that was, well, it's quite emotional even for me working with you, Dani, because to see how happy and what it meant to you to be moving into that home. It was far more than just moving into a home. And
you were there the first time I walked over the threshold.
Yeah.
Like you were the first person to walk into the house with me.
I know.
Not even my husband.
It's a real honour. And then when we actually worked together and installed, and the joy for me was seeing how it was working for you. And I could also see what having that mess stress and having, that what your previous home actually, and how that impacted you, and the change. It was just phenomenal to see.
Yeah, and it was, for anybody that doesn't know, Diana, tell us very specifically what it is that you do, because more people need to know about this, that you've got this incredible service that you provide. Tell us just a little bit more about what it is that you do, because I shout it from the rooftops as much as I can. Like, I want you all to go and get amongst Diana and her world and the things that she does.
Yeah, so it's all about realistic home organization, and this is what I actually really feel passionately about, particularly this week during Mental Health Awareness Week, because there's so much out there that's telling us that we should have our homes looking a certain way, like the perfect pantries or the magic labels, and those are great, but they're just unachievable for most people in real life unless you've got hours and hours and hours to spend. And if you have, fantastic. I'm not knocking it if that's what you love. But most of us just want to take back time and ditch the drudgery at home, and because it causes us mess stress, and it might be, it's perhaps a milder form of stress, but it still impacts us, and it could be something from a little niggle that you can't put your finger on that's distracting you from being able to relax at night, to I'm working from home, as so many of us are, and just not being able to focus because you're just thinking about everything that needs to happen at home, and the pressure that puts on us, particularly women, and as female entrepreneurs in particular, that about 3 hours per week extra that you can get back through using my realistic system will have a massive impact on your business, and not only that, on your mental health, more time with your family. It's a structure that you can have in your home that allows you to keep tidy for the long term with less effort. Sounds good, doesn't
it? Because it is good. I am a card carrying Diana Spellman evangelist, because I remember the shame, like, and where mental health is concerned, lots of us carry it. We talk about mess stress and things like that, but actually, for me, and I think that's why the whole process was very emotional. For me, there's a lot of shame that came from just not being able to keep on top of my life, and something so basic. And we say in inverted commas basic, it's not. I'm working at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I've got to make it easy for my kids to be able to tidy up. They've got to know where everything goes. They've got to know everything that has got a right place. And actually, when I go say tidy up, it's easy for them. Because if it's overwhelming, they don't have that. They don't know what they're doing. So then it's stressful for me. I'm having to do it then. They're unhappy because I'm unhappy because I've got an untidy house and we're meant to keep this house clean. And all of that sort of stuff. It's just amazing. What is
sharing every word?
Thank you, preaching. But Diana, tell us, what is your contribution been to this initiative for Mental Health Awareness Week? What can we expect in your area?
We've got basically there's a flip book there that is about how you can take back time and ditch the drudgery. And my philosophy to that and also the 3 ways that you can implement it into your life and home to take back that time. And that's there. It's got some videos, and there's also a little short sort of article that you can read as well to get serenity back into your home. But the main one is the flip book, and that's a really great resource because it will give you real
amazing, amazing, amazing. So Jo,
yes,
we are missing our gorgeous Helen Adams this morning. Which is fine, but could you tell us a bit about what our Helen? I think it was on Diana's phone. We've popped you on mute, Diana, my darling, just because there's a little crackle going on.
That one was very odd.
So Jo, tell us about our lovely Helen.
Yes.
Helen and what she's doing.
So what Helen has brought to the table, Helen helps midlife women sort of find their direction again, and she helps them create a life that they're going to love. So she was going through a sort of a journey where she felt like she wasn't on the right path, and actually she wanted to shake things up a bit when she got to midlife, but she hit a lot of blocks and a lot of imposter syndrome and a lot of objections from herself as why she shouldn't go after this life that actually she really desires. So that's what she helps women with now. And the thing that we really love about Helen is what we've encouraged her to do as part of the Famous 5 is to be more Helen. And if you know Helen, like even just talking about her without being here is really weird, but you can picture it. If you know her, you can picture it. And the thing about Helen is she brings her soul to her clients. And so what Helen has brought to this part of the contribution is her. And she, I don't know if you remember it, but a few months ago she did this little song which was all around basically loving yourself first and making sure that you're being true to yourself. And she's got her sparkly glasses on and she's all like woo woo. So if you need a little bit of an uplift, I would encourage you to watch that video because it hits home. Her message hits home in terms of, do you know what, we need to be kinder to ourselves and we need to appreciate that we've got it in us to have the life that we want, and we can create that. But she does it with such fun and such joy that I think it's really fab to see someone actually just genuinely being themselves and embracing that. And I think from a mental health perspective, the more we do that, the less we're banging our head against a brick wall, because we're being more naturally us, and then we're more in flow, and then it's all a little bit easier when we're not battling against things. So I think it's really interesting to bring that in as a different element.
I love that. I remember and I'm laughing because I remember how it made me feel. And the thing is, when it comes to mental health, we do need some of these instant lifts, some of these like ways to just in the moment get out of ourselves and just allow ourselves to smile. Be that listening to a piece of music, be that, watching something funny or all of that, and it makes so much sense. It is.
It went a bit wrong at the beginning as well, which makes it even funnier.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It wasn't working, so she's got a little bit of a blooper bit in it as well, which will make you smile. So yes.
We've got our gorgeous Alex Gaywood, who's actually one of our Be Inspired speakers for this time. She's on the Be Inspired Mastermind. He's saying, be more Helen. I love it.
Yeah, you will watch this and then definitely be more Helen.
I love it. So, Jo, how do we access this? How do we get amongst this? So you've got all of these different resources for you watching at home. You can go and access this right now, and it's a pay-as-you-feel situation, which is beautiful. But that pay-as-you-feel will go to the Fly Anyway Foundation. So you're doing a number of things here by accessing this. One is you're getting access to all of these incredible human beings, and they are in some way, shape, or form. They're all involved in my life and the way that I think, and I've watched their journeys, and the value that they give the world is just incredible. So you're getting that, and then not only that, you are giving back, and you are going to help somebody access freedom for themselves, confidence for themselves by helping them build a business. So Jo, tell us, how do we get hold of this incredible resource that you guys have created?
So this is living on our website, and the pay as you feel option is through the link on the website. So I will put the link in here. I can't do it whilst I'm in the back end, but I will put it in afterwards. But it's chocolatepr.co.uk/famous-5-mental-health-week.
All right. So
I'll
if you, I was going to say, pop the links in. So if anybody wants to get amongst that, either that or go on to the Chocolate PR business page, and there is the links on there. Or if you are in Joe's membership, the Chocolate PR membership, the links will be in there. It'll be anywhere where Joe and the girls are. You will find the links. So do connect with the famous five.
Digest with this information, because the thing about mental health week this week, it's all around nature, but we've come out from a different perspective of creating your own nature, creating your own environment, your own positive environment by using all of these different elements, and that's what everyone has really come together. It's so complementary in terms of all of the different things that we've covered. It's just worked out perfectly. So
it has. It has, and I love it, and I'm so proud, of all of you for, like I said, if I look at how you're sharing your message, how you were sharing your message just in January, and how you're sharing your message now, it's just the growth in you girls has been amazing and just a joy to watch. And I think I'm coming to speak to you. Am I coming to speak with you this week? I'm excited. So I will see you guys in your own little learning space. We're going to do some work together, which I'm really excited about. Joe, what's next for Chocolate PR?
Oh my gosh, do you know what? So many things. I'm so excited. So what we are up to at the moment, we're actually about to start a recruitment drive, which I am very excited about, because we're looking for some people that are a little bit different to join the team. So we're growing, we just can't keep up with the momentum. So we're bringing some more bodies in. But what we are recruiting for is a chief storyteller.
Nice.
So this is going to be dead interesting to see who we can attract into our world, who is passionate like we are about actually sharing stories of incredible women like the women that we've got here, of helping them get their content out on a wider scale, on really connecting on a personal level with these stories. So we're going to do something a bit fun around recruiting for that particular person. And then we've got a little mini event going on as well, which we're just about to announce. So in July, we're going to do, it's small, so it's for a very exclusive amount of
I'm going to burst.
There is going to be
Tell me about all the events.
Coming out party. And it's going to be a celebration of people that are really ready now to be seen, to come out of the ether, to come out from hiding behind particularly the online space and thinking about, right, what are we going to do for the rest of this year? How are we going to celebrate coming out of this lockdown and being back in the real world? So we're going to have a coming out party, more information to follow.
Sign me up. I will be there with the confetti cannons and the pom-poms as well. You lot know. I cannot wait. So really exciting things coming up for Chocolate PR. Really exciting things coming up for you, Claire, for Diana, for Louisa, for Helen and for Salwa as well. Congratulations on a phenomenal few months for you all. It's been beautiful to watch, and I cannot wait to have you all on the show again. I cannot wait to see where you guys go next, and I cannot wait to be here with me pom-poms cheering you all on. Thank you so much for doing this piece of work and for raising money for the Fly Anyway Foundation. Joe Swan from Chocolate PR, Claire McKenzie, Louisa Herridge. I was just reading then. I was like, your name isn't Louisa Mama's Ignited.
Yes, it is. I think you're right.
Diana Spellman, and of course Salwa, who's on the show just a little bit earlier on. Thank you for joining us today, ladies. You guys are incredible. See you all later.
Thanks, guys.
What a team of powerhouses. Go right now to the Chocolate PR website, or go to the Chocolate PR business page and go and get access to those incredible resources, you guys. Even if you're not in a position to donate, it's a pay-as-you-feel situation. What a great resource to have on Mental Health Awareness Week. Tell your friends about it. Tell, the people you think need it. If you've got an audience, if you've got a community, tell them about this incredible resource that they can access this week. And also also. Let's see if we can raise a little bit of money for the Flying Away Foundation whilst we are at it. Amy Blaney is already on the website. I love it. Tracy felt like she was meant to watch today. I'm so pleased that you did. Thank you for joining us today on the show at Wise Up Rise Up Show. Before you go, do you want to see my tattoo? My tattoo's healed. I can show you now. You ready? I've got to get my leg up. There it is. Look, I've done it. There it is. All healed, all lovely. And that is what happens when you use that second skin stuff. It's amazing. So my tattoo's all healed and beautiful. I'm ready to go swimming in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, if you are looking still at Be Heard or Be Heard Pro, there is only one space left, and then we're shutting the doors on Pro, and then I think just a couple of spaces left on Be Heard, and then we will be closing the doors all together, ready to start a week today. We will begin delivery for Be Heard a week today. Very, very, very exciting. There we go. Here it is, you guys. This is the link for Chocolate PR's incredible mental health awareness initiative with the Famous Five. Click on that link. Go and get amongst it. Make a donation. Have a lovely day, you guys. I will see you tomorrow for more Showing Up, Wising Up, and Rising Up. Tra!